To me, my reshoot.
Da 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 da.
Da 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 da. You're close.
I wasn't actively trying.
Let's not do any more because we're gonna get copyright struck.
This is a podcast. Nobody does copyright.
Welcome to Reshoot, amateurs in no suits. Too many movies to explore. Ruthie, Hector, and Ed, laughter till the end. Let's see something never done before.
Be surprised.
But Bam Bam did not get copyrighted for any of their bullshit until they started doing their TV show when they had to be conscious of it.
Okay, fair enough. All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Reshoot, an amateur's guide to gooder film, where we take movies that people like, dislike, somewhere in between, and we just make them objectively better.
Objectively better.
Always.
I'm one of your hosts, The Blob, aka Hector.
I am another one of your hosts. Woo! I'm about to make a name for myself.
Damn it.
God damn it. I wish I'd thought of that.
No, but then I wouldn't have had one. When you asked if I had a fake name, that was immediately what popped into my head. I needed it.
That was so good, Ruthie.
Thank you.
You win today.
I know one thing, but I shot out my dad's dick ready.
He was all up in my his nuts were all up in my mama. I can't remember the whole line.
I don't remember what he said, but it's like, I just shut up and my mama was like, "What's up, doc?"
Yeah, that was it. Is that your intro, Ed? Your name, Ed?
I'm the Phoenix Force.
Okay, you're the Phoenix Force. All right, and today we're talking about X-Men Apocalypse, the beginning of the end of the fucking X-Men franchise. The Fox X-Men franchise, I have to specify.
This shit was kind of really... Okay, just like, follow me here. You go from like...
Do you want to start us off?
First Class.
Wait, whose episode says that? Is it Ed?
It's Ed.
Okay.
It's me, but the thing is, I wanted to pick Dark Phoenix, but
we hadn't seen Apocalypse.
So like, that's the thing. Are we just gonna watch Dark Phoenix after this?
I was gonna say Dark Phoenix after this for my pick.
Well, no. What we can do is we can do Dark Phoenix because that was my original pick, and then we just skip my next on the round. We skip my pick.
Are you sure?
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay.
We skip my pick because this is two movies basically.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, this is a two-parter. Yeah.
Yeah, but like we started this reboot franchise. We started with First Class.
First Class.
Amazing. And then we get Days of Future Past, which was also just
really good.
So good.
I'm not gonna lie, Bryan Singer being in charge of those movies kind of taints him a little in my mind.
Separate the art from the artist.
It's real bad.
And then we got this. I was excited for this. I was excited for Apocalypse.
Especially because Oscar Isaac specifically wanted to be Apocalypse.
Yeah. Because there's so many movie stars that are like relatively younger are like huge nerds now.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't he in his 40s?
What?
Isn't he in his 40s?
He was in his 30s when he did this one. I think
he's relatively younger
30s,
than
40s.
like Brad and Matt and
also
George Clooney.
Ruthie was some of our history with that one. Our history teacher in high school, he was a big nerd. He knew as much about the X-Men as I did.
not Matt, not Matt Damon. Leo. Leo's old, and he's also
a bit of a nerd supposedly.
Yeah, but he doesn't act on those nerd tendencies. Yeah,
but that's what stops him from being lovable. That and the dating 19-year-olds, allegedly.
Anything older than 25 for him is disgusting. Apocalypse and Oscar Isaac possibly being a nerd, because I think I do remember hearing that he liked Apocalypse as a villain when he learned about him. Yeah, and it's kind of bad. And I was so excited because I'm like, ooh, more Magneto, more. Jean Grey's in this one, Cyclops.
They gave my boy Cyclops nothing to do.
I was excited for this movie.
Same.
And they bring back Havoc and then murk him immediately also.
Well, we can't have another one of these guys.
Yeet! Yeah, basically. Oh man.
Yeah, but
So
like, where's Banshee? Where's what's the other like first
I
class
never
people?
liked Psylocke. I'll be honest. This is my big like.
Yeah,
She's such a boring character.
she was
Yeah,
kind
she
of like
is.
a
She's a
burger.
nothing.
She's a little cooler in the
She
comics.
she doesn't pass the Lampola Anderson test. She does
Yeah.
Do you
not
want to
pass
remind
that.
the audience what that is?
Uh, it's uh, it's based on somebody else's lamp test. I forget
It's the
whose.
lampshade test. So there's the Bechdel test, which two women have to be on screen talking to each other and not talking about a man. I think this movie barely passes.
With who?
Jennifer Lawrence and Sansa. There's a moment where the two of them are talking.
Great.
Jean Grey.
no,
No, I'm trying to remember the actor.
you're fine. You're
Yeah,
I
fine.
don't
You're fine.
remember
You're
her
fine.
name either.
Mystique and Jean Grey are talking, and Jean's like, I admire you. I think you're really cool because you saved the president that one time. Were you scared? And Mystique is like, no, I wasn't scared. I did it all by myself. Also, Charles and Magneto were there too, I guess.
That part technically breaks.
That breaks the Bechdel test. Then there's the lampshade test, which is a level down from the Bechdel test. The parameters are even worse. It's if you have a female character, does she do anything to the plot that a lamp could not do?
I want to see. I want
Yeah,
to see
like,
Cyclops
if
versus
you-
a lamp now.
If you replace a female character with a lamp, does the plot change?
Yes.
Basically. But yeah, Psylocke, she could be a lamp, and nothing would change.
I mean, outside the fighting, that's yeah.
Yeah, I felt like a lot like she and Archangel were the weakest of the disciples.
Which, as a fan of Archangel, is not a big fan, but a little fan. Is a shame because he has such a good arc, and they didn't even fucking touch on it.
I feel like that was the issue, though. It was that there was so many different threads that they were throwing at.
You gotta be slower with your X-Men films.
Mhm.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, you're good.
But just like you gotta be slower. There's so much history. It's a fucking stew in there. You gotta let it marinate.
When you have 2 Omega level mutants already, like it doesn't like you're gonna look bad against Storm and Magneto.
3 technically, if you count Wolverine. If we're counting by Deadpool, 3.
Well, but
no, but
as
I'm
the
saying
disciples-
Apocalypse had 2 Omega level mutants with him, Magneto and Storm.
Mhm.
And then you get Archangel and Psylocke, and you're just like, we don't compare to these two.
But that could have been fine though if he just shot their fights differently. I'll go over that later. Anyway, how are we gonna do this?
Episode Cesar, direct us, guide us.
When was the last time I went first? I don't even
like
know.
I don't even remember. So go for it. Like,
Okay,
that'd probably be a good sign.
First things first. This isn't like or a dislike, which is an observation. Why is it that every single like depiction of ancient Egyptians, they all have shaved heads?
Oh, that is because in Egyptian culture, they did shave their heads a lot. It's hot.
It's hot. Oh, it's hot for them.
Well,
oh,
no. Like temperature wise,
you get sunburn on your scalp then.
But here's what they like to do to cool their heads down. They used to like place lumps of animal fat on their head and then let it kind of melt, and that would be like half sunscreen, half cooling. I'm not shitting you.
Where did you learn this?
I had an Egypt phase as a
That's
child.
okay. That's fair.
Egyptians did some weird stuff. Didn't they have like weird contraceptive plant also?
It wasn't just
that's
weird.
That's not the contraceptive plant. That's the Romans. No, they would stick dung up there.
They would what?
Oh,
Stick
right.
dung
Yes.
up there.
No, but it was like they well, first they would. It was like a seed or a hollowed out fruit or something, and then they put dung on there and then stick it up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, because otherwise you'd get an infection.
Yeah.
Yeah, Egypt facts. Woo.
What was your favorite part about the episode? The contraception part.
Yeah.
They talked about dung.
Look, if you're listening to us, you're already a virgin, and you're not like you're not gonna have sex, dude. Like you're fine. You're one of us.
You're one of us. Yeah. I didn't know that was like. I mean, yeah, I understood like it was probably a good idea to do that since it's so hot and desert. You chose to live there. But like, I don't know. Some of them had hair. I'm sure.
Yeah,
Like 100%.
yeah. But like the bald Egyptian is definitely like iconic. For me, it's weird that they're not black because it's implied that this was like in Egypt in its prime.
Mm-hmm. Which they would be more
Well,
darker
darker
skinned.
skinned. I won't
Yeah.
say black.
Yeah, they would be darker skinned
Yeah,
for
darker.
sure. But yeah, they always pick this weird skin shade for Egyptians also. That's like
Yeah.
kind of brown, but not really.
Yeah.
So first things first, yeah, weird Egypt cast choice. Secondly, um, Eric, Michael Fassbender, Magneto is living in Poland, and the car he drives, the driver's seat is on the left side. I'm pretty sure Poland still drives on the right or on the left.
Almost all countries drive the way that we drive. It's mostly countries that were colonized by England that keep to their driving structure.
Oh yeah.
Most what I thought I sort of got most countries drive on the left.
UK, Australia, New Zealand,
Spain.
Oh, Spain's on the wrong side.
Spain's on the left side. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure most of Europe is left side.
Yeah,
Or all of it.
all of Europe except for like the UK.
Oh. Yeah.
Most countries in the world except for like the ones that I mentioned and maybe like a handful of others do match our side of the road driving.
It was
On the
weird
right?
going
Our
into
side of the
Really?
sea.
it was weird
Yeah.
going into buses in the UK because I'd be like, oh right, the other
ours
side.
is the majority? Interesting. Anyways, I don't know about Poland, but I noticed that, and Poland's part of EU, I think.
Yes,
No.
they are a part of the EU. Yeah, yeah.
I don't know what side of the road they drive on. Anyways, whatever. Um Things I liked about the movie. So, Apocalypse was a cool concept. Um Quicksilver is always fun. Always good. And
Did
yet
he
it
feel
is
more
like
OP this time? Did he feel more OP this time?
He felt about the same amount of OP.
Hmm.
He was definitely. I think the feat in this one was definitely much better than the other one, much more powerful. Cause yeah, but man, there's just not a lot. I like Jay a lot, and I like Michael Fassbender's performance. In he always does so well, and it's such a shit like that he's handed, and he's just like, I'm gonna kill this shit. Oh my god. Other than that, though, like literally, ugh, like there's that scene where Apocalypse kidnapped Xavier, and he's up there in like the rock, looking over like what I think is modern day Egypt or modern day Gaza, or not what? Oh, cut that.
Cairo.
Cairo, modern day Cairo. Jesus, modern day Cairo, and he's got his four horsemen and Xavier, and oh my god, the background is so bad.
They're a small indie studio, Ed. Give them some slack.
It was so awful. It pulled me out so badly the first time I watched this movie, this time that I watched the movie. Oh, it was all so terrible. And then just like the whole Magneto like ripping apart the entire world kind of thing, like it kills the tension because obviously he's not gonna like destroy everything.
It's funny because that's the most comic accurate level power
Yeah,
we've
Magneto's
seen.
Omega level, like you know this.
X-Men 97 showed it best. If
He
you've
can
seen those,
earthbend basically.
he can bloodbend, arguably.
Oh
Oh
yeah,
yeah, he
okay, I
did that
knew
in X3.
Well, he did that because
He
Mystique
did
put
that
a
in
lot of iron
X3.
in. She injected the guard with a lot of iron in him, so that Magneto could bend it out of him. But no, I think he can like. He does a lot of weird shit in the comics. It's electromagnetism, so
Yeah, it's more than just
it's busted.
metal. Anyways, I really dislike it when movies like this take these like world-ending, apocalyptic scenarios and stuff, because it just kills the tension. Because like obviously it's not gonna happen. Like we're just like, for me it's just like, okay, I'm just gonna wait and see how they stop this from happening, because it's just, they're gonna stop it, like obviously, 100%. Like I don't know, I like smaller scale like things, because
Just destroy like one state, not the entire world, right?
yeah, or destroy Cairo. Have Magneto destroy Cairo. Yeah, and too many characters also. Way too
yeah,
many characters.
yeah.
We spend no time with anybody.
Why was Jubilee just a cameo? As
Oh
someone
yeah,
who grew up on
Jubilee
the old
was
X,
there.
yeah, and someone who grew up in the old X-Men cartoon, that not a good. It wasn't fun. It was nice, but it was like, come on,
Come on,
come
come
on.
on. Yeah. But really, like, I really don't have much else to say about this movie. Things that I liked and just. Oh wait, hold up. There's one thing. Uh, there was that scene where Jean, Scott, and like, I think it was like Jubilee, was when they were walking out of the movie theater.
And Kurt.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, and, Kurt, and they were talking about that they had just watched Return of the Jedi, and they talk about, and the girl's like, the second was still the best, kind of blah blah blah,
And the
and
third
then
one's always a downgrade.
and then Scott's like, yeah, but we wouldn't have this if we didn't have the first one, and then Jean Grey's like, yeah, but we can all agree the third is the worst, and
And
I'm
this is the
like,
third one.
no, I'm like, wait, that's just, they're just talking about X1, 2, and 3.
They're also talking about this one.
Yeah.
Are they?
Yeah, because this is the third one.
In the new.
Oh God, it is.
They didn't. I think they
And
were
Days
talking
of
about X1, 2, and 3, but they accidentally prophesied the film.
Oh my God, yeah, because for Days of Future Past, I prefer over First Class, but First Class is still really good.
First Class is really good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but like I think it makes more sense the X1, 2, and 3, because 3 isn't dog shit like this one is. So I think they were still talking about X1, 2, and 3, 1, 2,
No,
and 3.
I'm sure they were, but I'm just saying they accidentally shot themselves in the foot by
Yeah, but they
with that
said
line.
downgrade, not dog shit. So like Oh yeah, I did like Magneto's scene after his family died. The where he kills everybody, and then he goes to the back to the metal factory, and he's like planning to kill everybody, and then Apocalypse shows up, and he's like, "Who the fuck are you?" I'm like, "Hey, there's that F-bomb."
Don't try and stop me from killing these people. Okay, kills them for him.
Oh yeah, he's just like, I'm just gonna push them into the ground
and slowly suffocate them to death.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's a song that goes, bury me 6 feet deep, cover me in concrete, turn me into a street.
What's the
And
song?
it's a Spit by Poppy.
Oh, okay.
No, it's a Concrete by Poppy. Something like it's.
I'll have to give it a listen.
I think it's Concrete or something. Yeah, but listen to Poppy. She's pretty cool. Um. Yeah. Other than that, Dogwater movie. All right.
What do you fix?
How I would fix the movie is I don't have a lot of ideas. Because
Neither did the writers. You're fine.
I would have to rewrite the entire movie. I also probably should have done some research on like the original Apocalypse arc, but I didn't.
Same.
It's long. Don't worry about it.
So
That was like a built up for a while.
you know what I would do for this? It would be a completely different movie. I would build it as, Eric has his family, they die again. And then, oh yeah, apocalypse doesn't exist. There's no apocalypse here, right? Instead, the person going around building his goon squad is Magneto. Magneto, after his family dies, is like, I'm sick of this shit. Oh yeah, and I want to get that cool scene of Magneto killing everybody in the steel mill. Because that would be sick. Imagine if they put money into that and he's just like controlling the melted metal.
Do you want to just make it rated R while we're at it?
Yeah, oh yeah, that's another thing.
It'd have to be rated
X-Men
R.
movies, all X-Men movies should be rated R. They just are objectively better as R's.
X-Men 97. I beg to disagree with you.
But like in live action,
Yeah.
I think they just need to be R. They're just like X-Men is very like it was a very political comic to begin with. It is about genocide, discrimination, racism.
It's for any ism, really.
It's for any ism, but yeah, other ism, basically. That's what the movie is. That's what the comic books were about, for or inspired from. So yeah, I would have Magneto picking up his goon squad, and just like grab the I don't know what are like the iconic. What does he call his team?
Brotherhood of Mutants.
The Brotherhood. I don't know what the iconic Brotherhood mutants are.
It changes all the time. You can pick a couple. Like I'll give you one that I was gonna swap. Emma Frost. Put Emma Frost in there.
Oh god, Emma Frost, yeah.
How old would she be at the time of this movie?
Scott's age.
Oh, freaking Juggernaut.
He's technically not a mutant though?
Is he not?
In the comics, he got his power from a jewel.
Oh.
Although his son's now a member of the X-Men, I think. So you can just why not? Just make him a mutant. You might as well. In the comics, in the Deadpool movies, he's a mutant.
Make him a mutant. Yeah, he's just a mutant. And yeah, he's a mutant in X3 also.
Yeah.
Yeah, he picks up his goon squad, and then he starts, doing Magneto things, which is being a terrorist.
As you do.
As you do. Mutant and then we get like, and then like Xavier and like Beast and all of that, they catch wind of like what Magneto is doing, and they try to like, talk him out of it, because Charles always tries to talk Magneto out of it, out of committing genocide.
He's like, no, Charles, you were wrong. You're wrong.
No, Charles.
And then he throws him off because he's in
your
a
way
fucking metal wheelchair.
Yeah, your way doesn't work. And yeah, like, and I want to have, like, once Charles and Beast and all the higher-ups at the Academy catch wind of this, they're like, we have to, like, find a way to stop him. He's obviously not listening to reason. He's filled with grief and rage and anger and all of this. And then, I don't know, we'll have, Raven switches sides. That's another very iconic.
Wouldn't that undo her entire story arc, though, from Days of Future Past?
And but she's kind of always a little bit like, in First Class and Days of Future Past, she kind of does separate away from Charles. It's always been her moving away from Charles' point of view.
No, I agree with you. I'm just saying, though, like, if you make her full-on Magneto, though, that'd kind of undo the ending.
I guess so.
I mean, do you want her to be a third faction?
Yeah, she is kind of her own thing in this movie also. She's kind of just...
Until the end, sadly.
Yeah, until the end, because the world's ending. And she likes Eric. Yeah, like, and then we'll have Raven or Mystique tell Charles, talk about, like, maybe she'll be pushing for, like, the soldiers aspect of it. And Charles is like, no, I want students. I want to raise them well. I don't need soldiers. And eventually it'll come to a head where Charles will just kind of like give in, and then we get the birth of the X-Men right then and there, and we get your original like cast of X-Men with Cyclops, Jean, Wolverine's not there. Who else is part of that?
Are you talking OG like comic book or just like
Oh, OG, like the X-Men show. It's like Cyclops was the leader. Jean Grey's there.
Jean, there's Gambit. There's
Oh,
Rogue.
Rogue, yeah. And there's Wolverine and like I think Nightcrawler's part of the OG also. And he's there. So, yeah. Or Nightcrawler?
That's his Nightcrawler. Yeah, Nightcrawler. You got Nightcrawler.
Yeah, and then we get like, the beginning of the X-Men. We get the OG crew minus Wolverine and a couple others. But yeah, like Charles gives in, does this. They fight the Goon Squad and stop Magneto. They push him back. And then Charles is like, all right, I guess we could have some people on the ready to stop Magneto and other bad things from happening. And like, we'll fight mutants and humans alike. And we'll show the world that mutants can be useful and helpful against threats all around. And then we get the X-Men and we get their cool, actual suits at the end for cameo stuff, like Cyclops did, kind of.
Okay.
Movie end. We don't need Apocalypse. We just need the birth of the X-Men. The movie is called the X-Men. I mean, they still do the same thing at the end of this.
Oh, just the X-Men, like the Batman.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like.
Wait, hear me out. Drop the X-Men.
I know. I'm just saying. Like, the movie is called X-Men. We should have X-Men stuff. And yeah, I don't know.
So who'd be your dream X-Man to have in a film?
Dream what?
Who'd be your favorite X-Man to have in a film?
Gambit.
Yeah.
Woo! I'm about to make a name for myself over here.
Yeah. You just make sure people know what happened here.
What happened here today?
What happened here today? Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh yes, the question I wanted to ask. You're getting rid of Apocalypse, but are you going to keep Oscar Isaac in the cast? And if you are going to keep him, who's he playing?
Hold up, I gotta look.
Because this is a very important question.
Sinister.
But he said he doesn't have Sinister. He's not doing Sinister. He's doing Magneto.
No, I know, but just Sinister. You can have him as a villain. His whole thing is playing around with mutant powers, so. And he's become, well, he was pretty serious in the day, but now he's super campy just because they reworked him.
Pyro would be interesting, actually.
Oh yeah, Pyro would be cool. I like Pyro.
I'm looking at other
Iceman.
members. Iceman is an X-Men. I want him as a villain.
A Brotherhood? Toad. No, not Toad. That's disrespectful. That's disrespectful. Yeah, I'm sorry, Oscar Isaac.
Who is Mastermind?
Oh, I don't remember.
Oh God, they should have put. I didn't know Vanisher was an actual mutant. They should have put Brad Pitt in this movie as a cameo again.
Are you looking up X-Men villains?
Who the hell is Avalanche?
I'm also looking up X-Men villains, and somehow Sauron is on this list. Go home.
So Sauron, yeah, he's a pterodactyl looking thing.
You can look, yeah, Brotherhood of Evil Mutants.
Yeah, I was just looking at the Google result, and it was like Sauron, and I'm like, bitch, that's not mutant. You just have the one ring.
There's X-Man.
Oh no!
You can do Avalanche.
Oh, Avalanche!
Yeah, who the hell is Avalanche?
He does avalanches. That's all he does. He just causes avalanches.
That's so dumb.
It is until like he actually gets until he's near a mountain. Then it's fucking terrifying.
Clevis.
Oh please, Clevis.
Who the hell is Cleves?
He's like a big monster looking guy. Dakin. Oh, Dakin's too early.
Dark Beast.
Dark Beast is
Ooh.
Who?
Sunspot?
Oh, it was Sunspot. Do Sunspot.
I think Sunspot's pretty cool.
Okay, Sunspot.
Yeah. I'd have him as either Pyro or Sunspot. But the thing is that Pyro's been done already, so like...
New universe, baby.
I know, it's still...
He's been done like thrice now. We're never getting that. We missed the window.
Yeah, I want that Gambit film. I also want that Coyote versus Acme film. That they wrote it off as a tax write-off.
Looney Tunes film this year though, fully animated.
Oh,
Dead Rip.
This year, next year.
Pepperino.
I know, me too. Supposedly it was getting like the highest ratings of any
Looney I hate Tunes
it. Film.
No, I want Coyote versus Acme.
My heart is broken.
Yeah.
And then they wrote it off.
I mean, Batgirl got the same treatment.
For Tex Minis.
But
they do this, apparently
friends,
big studios do this all the time.
Good news.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's why I think A24 moving to more blockbuster films is gonna kill that. The quality that comes from that.
But then smaller studios will take its place. It's the circle of life.
Like Neon.
I've been Team Neon since fucking Parasite, and I am so happy. Everyone's starting to go on that now. I'm like, yes.
Yeah, Chris Stuckman's movie, Neon. Woo!
Yeah, exactly. All right, Ed, who do you want next?
Ruthie, you raise your hand. Yeah.
So, what I liked about this movie, it had a lot of good character bits, especially in the first half. I felt like James McAvoy, Michael Fassbender, the guy who played Scott, the what's her face who played Jean Grey, all of them did really good. Nicholas Hoult did pretty good.
He did the thing though.
He did the thing.
So someone brought this to my attention on Reddit years ago, and I've never been able to unhear it. If you have a British actor and they start talking an American accent for a movie, their voice gets deeper.
That's just how their accent plays out.
Every dude.
Just how it plays out.
I'm not saying it's bad. It's just really interesting. Someone told me that I just can't turn it off. Like, I can't unhear it.
You need to watch Mamma Mia. There's a couple of British...
Mamma Mia.
Mamma Mia, Figaro. Let me go.
Yeah. I enjoyed all of that. The Wolverine surprised me because Hector was fucking with me when we were watching it.
Yeah.
He was like right before Wolverine came on screen, he's like, this is
like the beginning of that scene.
The first X-Men movie to not feature Wolverine. Fun fact. I'm like, oh, that's really interesting. He's like a staple character. Bam! You son of a bitch!
I thought, well, we were in Weapon X, and it's Stryker. I'm like, oh, okay. So I had a feeling. I'm like, oh, I'd known it before, but I was like, no, I thought
I was thinking it might have been Sabretooth, because that would have been clever.
That would have actually been clever. No, I agree with you.
The bit where Stryker's, like, talking big shit, and then as soon as trouble starts happening, he leaves. Funny, accurate, good shit.
Man's a coward.
The man is an absolute
He has
coward.
Sworn on his son's life that he wasn't going to betray people. His son's a mutant. It's like, okay.
So he has no son.
No, not when he can use them.
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of a fun watch. I really enjoyed Oscar Isaac's performance, especially knowing that he had a really good time with it. I like it when actors have enthusiasm. I don't know. I like enthusiastic people. It's joy. Joy spreads joy.
I don't know if he had enthusiasm once he did the role. I think he just was excited to be playing Apocalypse.
But I felt it when he was playing.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, I will agree with you. Oscar also gave us 100% on I love it.
Very close to chewing the scenery, but not. He got Apocalypse
he told
down.
the line perfectly.
That's Apocalypse. No,
yeah.
He's a bigger than life villain, so it makes sense. Huh?
What line?
Where he was like
almost chewing the scenery, almost
like,
taking it too far.
Almost a little too much, but just right. You
know
what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Correct. Yes.
He was not like the snake guy in fucking Elden Ring. Join me and we can be family.
That guy acted perfectly though.
No, but he was definitely
Rainer Reichert.
Oscar.
Yeah, but the thing, so can I go on a weird tangent?
I can't go into my dislikes.
Sure.
Isn't it that he was being directed by non-English?
He was directed by Miyazaki himself.
Ah.
And they do multiple hours worth of takes, and you only get like 10 minutes of the multiple hours.
Yeah.
Together
as family.
Curse you, Bale! Anyway.
Okay. Dislikes. I'm gonna be real, I didn't like Jennifer Lawrence's portrayal of Mystique. Hector put it in a really good way as we were filming. She didn't want to play Mystique as a villain. She wanted Mystique to be kind of like a hero, and so it kind of felt like they had to hard pivot her so that she would be cool anti-hero lady.
That's not what I... Oh, you missed... Oh, no, I said the studio wanted to pivot her because... No, the studio, because
okay, well,
Jennifer
I hate
Lawrence...
the studio's meddling in that aspect.
Yeah, it was the studio, because it was like right as Jennifer Lawrence got popular off Hunger Games. Mm-hmm. So they were like, oh, she's a big star, we can't make her the villain.
Yes, you can.
Well, I mean, yes, but...
Yeah, I know, but studios are stupid.
Studios are stupid.
Agreed. Yeah, no, I really did not like that decision, because like everybody's hero worshipping dick sucking on Mystique, and it's like, I don't know.
Yeah, and like
I was gonna say something.
You have
bad
Oscar Isaac as Apocalypse.
Yeah,
like he was huge. He wasn't as huge when Apocalypse came out,
but this is still post Star Wars.
This is post Star Wars.
Yeah.
Was it Star Wars that made
it was
him
past
big?
Episode 7, yes.
But was it Star Wars that made him big?
Yeah. Yeah, that was like the big thing. Yeah.
He was in other stuff throughout the years. I've seen him in other stuff, but this was the big break.
Yeah, this was after Sucker Punch and the one Christmas story where he played Joseph. But yeah, this was also after Star Wars. And Star Wars was really what put him on the map.
I know what put him into the scene. Like the very first thing was Inside Llewyn Davis.
Yes, but again, not many people have seen that movie.
Yeah. I don't even think I've heard of that one before.
I've heard of it, I've never seen it.
It's good. You should also watch Ex Machina. Anyways.
But yeah, I don't know. That really, it felt shoehorned in. I didn't like it. A lot of this plot, there were so many different threads, and it felt like not all of them came together. It was so frustrating in the second half when it felt like the writers, as soon as they had the leaders of Xavier's, when everybody was trapped in Stryker's compound, and they're like, whoa, what was that? It was like the writers realized, oh shit, we forgot to like really show our villain to the good guys. They don't even know what's going on. And so they had to like re-shove the plot in the box and then hand it. Yeah. And it drove me crazy.
I didn't realize.
As cool as it was to see Michael Fassbender with Eric's storyline of having a family and having it ripped away again, I felt like that was unnecessary. Magneto, I don't know.
They had to give him some kind of character.
I don't know.
They could have just let the man just have a movie off, you know?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think he needed Magneto for this film.
I would keep Magneto.
I would too, but
I'm gonna use him in a different way. It's gonna break Ed's heart.
Oh no, don't tell me. Go for it.
Okay. Here's my fix. I'm gonna say it in a sentence, and then I'm gonna flesh it out. And it's like I said, I didn't take notes, so this is kind of gonna happen live. The vibe of this movie is X-Men meets Miss Frizzle. We're on a magic school bus ride, everybody.
Explain.
That's honestly?
Yeah?
I'm excited to see where this goes.
No, I am too. I'm having a hard time imagining Miss Frizzle being like, or like...
Charles is going to be Miss Frizzle, let's be real. But,
who's Carlos?
Wait, what?
Carlos, the troublemaker. Who's Carlos?
Well, I guess in this instance, it would have to be Scott, because he's the troublemaker, right?
In this one,
yeah.
Not the Boy Scout we all know and love.
Mm-hmm. So, movie begins. I'm going to keep Oscar Isaac. I'm going to keep Apocalypse. So, we start the movie, Apocalypse, Apocalypse isn't going to be the only one that's down. I'm going to give him 2 of his mutants that survived the fall of the Egyptian Empire with him. Not the witch lady, but whoever else. I don't know. I don't care. He arises again. Storm is the one who finds him, not CIA lady. She was not relevant at all. They could have included one of Hector's favorite X-Men, Dust. She seemed really cool from
Oh god,
what he was
Dust was
telling
so
me.
disappointing. So can I explain this
Sure.
bit? So
very quickly, because I do want to
very
keep
quickly,
my
very
point.
quickly. So in the comics, there's a what's the thing she wears? A hijab?
Yeah, she's a hijabi, right?
Hijab, yeah, hijab. She wears hijab. Her name is Dust, right? She wears an all black hijab.
Or is it a burqa?
Burqa. Thank you. She wears an all black burqa, and her whole thing is she can turn to dust. It's just a really cool look. Like it's just really cool. I've seen her a little bit of some shows. She's just nice. I don't know. There's just something about her. I'm like, this is, I don't know. I like her. It's a simple idea, but it just hits right.
Can she sand/dust bend?
Yes.
Or
yes,
she can.
and she turns into dust too.
Ooh.
So like dust sand. So like it's cool. Her name's Dust, and I'm like, that's so simple. I like the character. And then when I was like, did we get Dust? And then they show Moira, she removes it. I'm like, oh, she'd never do that. And then it's Moira. I'm like, god damn it. We were so close.
Storm.
We were so close. Sorry. Keep going. Thank you.
So Storm is the one who finds Apocalypse as he's being arisen, and she's freaked out. That just so happens to coincide with Charles Xavier using Cerebro, and he picks up this mutant's fear, and he's like, all right, that's it, everybody pack up into the plane, because earlier that day, Moira, his ex, who is very bitter and also very CIA, shows up.
Does she still remember him?
Yes, she remembers him.
I hated that plot. Oh, I kind of liked and hated that plot line.
Yeah, mixed bag. But she's like, Charles, don't do CIA related stuff. You said you're a school, so you just do school things now. So help me God. None of this mutant shenanigans. And he's like, no, not at all. And then that happens. He's like, okay, everybody, Egypt school trip now. And they all go to Egypt. Oh, I should also mention, Eric, Eric is a part of Charles Xavier's school. He's been laying low because he can't leave the country. He is still a terrorist. But Charles has been giving him kind of they've worked out a deal. So Eric has been working with the school and kind of been working as like a mentor to encourage kids to not be afraid of who they are. Charles and Eric, the thing about them that I like so much is that they do have the same goal. Eric is the Malcolm X to Charles's Martin Luther King Jr.
That wasn't on purpose originally, by the way.
I know, but that's how I always see them.
That's how it's been written for like since like the 80s.
Exactly.
But it was a complete accident at the time.
And in the original trilogy, I know that was technically retconned, but there was a scene where Eric and Charles went to go meet Jean Grey, bring her to the school together. So I liked the idea of the two of them actually working together to build Charles's school. I feel like Eric is still kind of needling Charles, being like, you know, mutant supremacy, they need to respect us. They don't understand our power, but we can show them our power. And Charles is like, chill, dude. Just teach algebra. Come on, man.
Teach no, he should teach like how magnets work.
Oh yeah, he's definitely he's definitely the science professor.
Yeah.
Much to Beast's chagrin. Probably they wouldn't want Eric as a history teacher. Might not be the best idea.
I mean,
I don't want to give that man even more PTSD, and I don't think Charles does either.
I know, yeah, it depends on.
So in the comics, in the X-Men original version of the X-Men cartoon, the 97, Eric's like, I'm gonna kill you, Charles, and Charles shoots what people have called the Holocaust beam, where he just makes Eric remember everything about the Holocaust. Like, it was a complete desperation, but at the same time, it's like, holy shit, what are you doing? Like, that's like,
chill, daddy, chill.
Yeah. What the hell even is that? Anywho, sorry.
No, everyone. It makes sense, but because
it's still super fucked up.
It's super inappropriate. Like, Jesus Christ.
It's also a very Charles Xavier thing.
It's such an early Charles Xavier move.
Anywho, also Mystique is definitely the gym teacher, and she's like teaching them gymnastics. And I feel like she's the one who's kind of egging Eric on to be like, no, I think your school idea is a really good idea. I think you should do it. Charles is great, but he's my brother. Fuck him. Kind of sibling rivalry. Anyways, they pile up into the invisible jet and they fly to Egypt. And
the invisible jet?
Isn't it invisible?
No, that's Wonder Woman.
Oh, that's Wonder Woman. Okay.
No, she can. No, you're fine. You're fine.
I could have sworn they had a
they're
cloaking
the only
jet.
two who have jets, as far as I'm aware, outside of like the Avengers. But like, yeah, no, I get it.
Okay, well they pile up.
They just have a stealth bomber.
It's a Blackbird. It's a Blackbird. Yes.
Okay.
Blackbird. Yeah.
It's based off a real plane, I think, but just souped up.
It is a real plane.
Yeah, but souped up.
Yeah.
Anywho, I don't think that they would go to the airport because Moira just said.
Yeah,
so they have a private jet.
Yeah, private jet.
And it would be Gene, Scott, Kurt, I don't know, one or two other. What's the speedster kid's name? He can be at the school too.
Pietro. Or Peter. Quicksilver.
Yeah. He he does weekends with his dad.
Does he know yet? Does Magneto know?
For comedy's sake, no.
He's just too scared to bring it up.
Yeah. He just shows up on weekends, and Charles lets him.
Magneto doesn't know in the movie.
Yeah.
Okay. But how did Peter find out?
His mom told him.
But did his mom even recognize Eric?
I'm sure she recognized him after the whole thing was televised. Who her baby daddy did all that shit.
I know, but Eric and Charles and Logan went to his house in Days of Future Past.
Yeah.
Oh no! Wait, never.
No,
that's how they got Magneto out of prison.
Never mind.
Yeah, that's like the scene I've seen the most in the movie. I don't even know if I've seen the end of Days of Future Past.
It's wild. It's really tense. I remember watching it in theaters and being like,
"Holy shit!" I don't remember the full movie. I know the beginning. Anyways, they fly down there. By that time, Apocalypse has risen to power. Fine, yeah, sure. I'll keep Storm as one of the disciples. I'm gonna change Apocalypse's power scape. Instead of all that nonsense,
whatever plot needed.
Yeah, whatever the plot demanded, he has one ability as a mutant. He is an amplifier. He can turn up your mutant abilities to raise it even up to Omega status, or he can mute them almost to the point where you are a normal human. That is his ability. And yeah.
Would you say he also awakens powers?
Yes.
Okay.
And for shits and giggles, he does recruit Magneto. What would happen at the end of the movie is that throughout this movie, Apocalypse, he's talked about mutant supremacy, and that's kind of piqued everybody's interest. But as Magneto is kind of serving Apocalypse, he sees that Apocalypse doesn't treat mutants as superior. He still sees them as kind of being as disposable as normal humans, and he's like, fuck that? I'm not a regular normie. No, I'm built different. And that's when he defects. And I don't know. Yeah, Apocalypse.
Yeah, Magneto would definitely defect at that moment in time and be like, wait, you still see us as disposable?
You're putting me at the same level
people.
As a human? A normie? Fuck that.
No, I'm an Omega level mutant, bitch.
You didn't even have to do shit to me. And for added flavor, he would do that thing with Charles. I keep that thing where he has Charles broadcast to the entire world, that the message from Apocalypse, and then immediately after that, Apocalypse is like, okay, yeah, I don't need that anymore, so, deet. And he turns the dial so that Charles is basically a normal person now. And yeah, I don't know, shenanigans. I don't know, the rest of them.
Hold up.
Yeah.
If Apocalypse dies, do his effects end?
I'd say yes.
Probably, yeah.
Just for plot sake.
Okay, so that's how Xavier would get his shit back.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Unless you want to pull off a big twist,
So
Xavier doesn't get his
basically,
powers back, and now someone else has to leave the school.
Oh shit.
What you're saying is Apocalypse's power is basically a concentration spell.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh wait, you know, what'd be interesting. He doesn't keep his powers at the end. He loses them.
Oh yeah.
They're muted. So now he's walked on both sides, and he's trying to really bridge the gap.
Yeah, he's empathizing.
Yeah.
Who?
Xavier, yeah.
Also, the man's
Charles?
the man's a control freak to the extreme. So if you make him lose all that control all of a sudden, you have a really good character arc for the next film.
I really do like the idea of the gag of Apocalypse looking Charles in the eye and being like, yes, you're exactly like me. You wish to control the masses. And then for the rest of the movie, Charles being like, what? Me? And
I'm
then,
a
like,
manipulator?
certainly not. Oh, Moira? Yeah, honey, sorry. Yeah, totally doing school stuff. It's fine. Bye. Like doing...
Yeah.
But yeah, Ed, I'm sorry I couldn't I didn't want to include the Magneto stuff that you liked so much. I liked the idea of Eric working at the school.
All right. Anything
Okay.
else?
No, that's it.
All right.
Hector.
Back by popular demand.
I apologize, Sensei. Forgive me. I must go all out with my X-Men knowledge. My likes. They wrote my boy Nightcrawler, like, respectfully. So well done. I'm like, please keep the religion in. I like the dichotomy of him having to be, like, kind and religious in a world that hates him and he looks like a devil. Like, it's a fun character trait. I'm glad they kept it.
Mm-hmm. I also like how every time we've seen Nightcrawler, he always explains his power as only where I can see. But in this one, they add, or I've been there before.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. But
technically, he can go farther than what he sees. He just scares him.
Yeah, and because they did that in X3 where he needed to get across a wall.
X2.
Oh yeah,
it was sadly
X2.
left out of X3. Yeah, X2 made me such a fan of Nightcrawler, and I never like.
They're like, we need you to pop us across this wall. He's like, I can only go where I can see, and they're like, we trust you, and then he does it successfully because his power is stupid strong.
Yeah, but he holds himself back, which makes it work well. The first half was actually fun, and I liked the characters interacting. As soon as the mansion blew up, my interest in the movie blew up too.
Dude, my interest in the movie deflated in the Apocalypse prequel.
Damn.
Like, again, I've seen the movie before, but
that's rough, man. You're gonna really hate the next one.
That's rough, buddy.
That's rough, buddy. The second round of Nightcrawler versus Angel/Archangel was an actually good idea that was actually kind of built up. Man, the fight was lame as fuck, though, compared to the first one.
I didn't even connect those dots.
It was just really, it was a good rematch. It was fun.
And it could have been it could have shown how they grew as characters, but yeah, because there's so much stuff stuffed into the movie, they couldn't build on it more.
My dislikes, the entire second half.
True.
Honestly, the Logan cameo kind of feels weird in a post-Deadpool 3 world. Because I think it was supposed to be his goodbye, but then he came back for Logan, and then he came back for Deadpool 3, and now it's till he's 90, so I don't know. Half dislike, half fix. Apocalypse should have been hinted at in this movie, and you have Sinister getting powers ready for himself and for Apocalypse. That way, Apocalypse powers in the next movie, when he's awakened, aren't just whatever the plot needs them to be. It's an exact thing that's already been set up by Sinister.
But that takes so much work. I have to film a movie with Apocalypse now.
I know. I know. They'll get over it. They're a multi-billion-dollar company.
Yeah.
Also,
and they're about to get bought by Disney. Don't worry about it.
I don't like how they turned Mystique into a flat-out hero because of Jennifer Lawrence being popular. Not saying Jennifer Lawrence's fault. It worked well in Days of Future Past.
Yeah, it made sense in Days of
Because,
Future Past.
but then I thought that would have been it.
She was planning to murder the president, was she not?
Yeah, but then she undid it. So, like, she changed her mind and became the hero. So, like, that was actually good. It was built up well. That movie's long, and boy, does it set itself up real well.
Yep.
It didn't feel true to the... But, like,
smaller
in this...
scale, too.
Yes, but in this one, it didn't feel true to the... Really, the comic... Like, comic Mystique. Or, it doesn't really add much. I'm willing to change stuff if it makes sense or adds a better story, you know? Like, sure. I'm not hating on her for not wearing the makeup. I heard she was allergic to it or something. That I'm not going to hold that back against her. Now my real fixes. This is going to be all over the place. Just be patient with me. I never liked really Psylocke. I don't get why she has telepathic powers. Why does she have the blade? I mean, I get more than one power, but like,
Wait, does Psylocke in the comics not have the blade?
She does, but she also has telepathic powers a little bit.
She's a telepath also?
Yeah, no, Scott just has a thing for telepaths. Because he cheated on, I think, Jean or Emma with Psylocke for a little bit in, like, the 80s. Scott's a manho. But,
Oh, Scott likes women that can read his mind.
Yes.
Interesting.
Who can really see him when he can't really see the world, I guess. That might be the symbolism, I don't know.
No, that's too deep. He's just a hoe.
I mean, now, yeah, probably. So I want to do Emma Frost. Because she can do telepathy. And her powers are a perfect fold of Scott's when she does the diamond form. Right? Because Scott's...
She's in first class, though.
She is?
Yeah.
She is.
If she's the telepath that can turn diamond, she's in first class.
Fuck! Forget it. Fuck that shit. They ruined it.
They ruined it. Yeah.
They ruined it. Foiled it. It also sets her up crushing on Scott and potentially being jealous of Charles being a better telepath because she's a horseman, but they still need Charles because even at her top form, she's not as strong as Charles. Really? But she gets another power, which is the diamond.
Yeah, and the diamond makes it so you can't read her mind. Also,
she can't read minds either while she's in that form.
Yeah, but she's as hard as a diamond.
Yep. Change Magneto's costume. Let it be fully saturated red, and the yellow gold lines replace them with purple. Did not like the look of the costume. I'm sorry. I know a lot of people like it. I like the purple. There's not enough purple and dark saturated red. Maybe this is my issue. I'm going to be doing this a lot. I hate Bryan Singer's what are you expecting? Spandex form of superhero like comic of like superhero movies with X-Men?
Yeah.
No, just let... I get why in the past, but after Marvel was being popular, you should have pivoted. You just should have pivoted.
Yeah. I really don't like this, like, I also dislike the grim dark, like, costumes and stuff, and then you get Deadpool and everyone's like, woo, and like, I don't know. Yeah, I think it should have been a brighter red and some high... Or maybe they could have kept the, like, maroon color and just the purple highlights would be very, very purple. I think that would look good.
Yeah.
Also, I just gotta say real quick. Apocalypse making the helmets again was kind of bullshit.
Yeah.
And, like, that was, what's it called?
Retconning?
No, it's like a Deus Ex Machina kind of thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
stupid.
Sorry.
I'll be honest, I kind of did that again, but for a different reason.
Shit writer. JK,
thank you.
Just kidding.
Thank you. No, I appreciate it. I know, baby. It's true. It's my final episode of the podcast.
Lamau.
Have the characters fucking fight together. They're X-Men. For the love of God. Cyclops and Nightcrawler have to sneak Charles out together. Cyclops is there's mindless goon. Cyclops is the muscle. Nightcrawler's the infiltrator, right?
Yeah, and
Maybe they have to
Cyclops...
take on Emma since she's a lot tougher with her diamond form. Like, also, while Nightcrawler fights, he finds swords because it's Egypt. It's a reconstructed ancient Egypt. There's got to be swords somewhere,
Of course.
decorative. Because in the comics, he fights with 2 swords, and I think 3 if he uses his tail. I could be misremembering if there's 3 or 2.
But his tail is sharp by itself.
Yes,
But
you're right. So he has 2 in his tail. And he's a swashbuckling teleporter. Like, come on. It's so cool. And also, Archangel has fucking metal. Just have them, like, deflect each other. It's cool as shit. It makes it another
Oh my god,
element.
that would be so fucking cool.
Exactly. Just lean into it. Bryan Singer doesn't want to have fun with these films. And that's what gets me. Even at their grimdark once in a while, they're still fun.
Yeah, embrace the silliness of comics.
Embrace the silliness, and that can also make it serious at some points. Fucking James Gunn did it so often.
Yeah, I didn't expect James Gunn to make 3 movies just to make me cry.
Yeah. Why does the mansion have to be fully destroyed? It just makes Hank look stupid that he left a very volatile bomb in the bottom of the mansion. Mm-hmm. Just half the building would have been fine, and Quicksilver can still do all that and not seem OP because he only has to rescue half the school.
It was Havoc shooting the plane.
That's what I'm saying, but the plane only blows up half the mansion, not the entire thing of it. Like, to nothing. Also, that way, when they go back to the school before they fight, they have their costumes.
Oh.
Because I hate the tease of, we're going to show costumes. Because I think in the new one, they don't show the next one, they don't show the costumes. They did it again. I might be wrong. I saw a trailer years ago. So here's my main story fixes. You start Cyclops at the school. He wants to be like his older brother. Fun fact, in the comics, it's flipped. The H's are flipped. But he's too scared, I think. But he's too scared to open his eyes after he injured a kid in the school. So, Cyclops, the leader, make him more analytical, since at the beginning, he can only open his eyes at spare moments while they were making the ruby glasses and the visors, right? So he has to be really attentive and really quick and good at making quick, snappy decisions that are analytical. So, like, while they're breaking everyone out of Stryker's thing, like, he's telling people not how to use their powers, but just like, hey, wait, do this. Like, he tells Nightcrawler to grab guys so that Cyclops can knock them out. Like, quickly grab them and I'll knock them out. You don't have to do the fighting, because at first, maybe Nightcrawler's hesitant to fight, right?
Yeah.
Even against the guys that want to kill him. So he's like, okay, I'll deal with it. Just teleport him to me. I'll knock him out. And, like, maybe during the final fight, he's noticing weak spots in the rubble or the building, the giant temple that Apocalypse made. Because, let's be honest, that man he did not make that building up to code. So I assume there's structural weak points.
Are you telling me that Egyptian OSHA would not be all up in his ass?
Ancient Egyptian, probably, but they've built up their standards since then, I'm sure. Also, a little bit more about Jean and Charles. Jean should have had a scene where Charles, while helping her out at night, he locks the Phoenix in some sort of mental telepathic cage. Because a lot in the comics, Charles is a dick, and they don't do it in the movies as much, and adds a lot more to his character when he's a dick and wants to be controlling. So then Charles is told by Hank, like, hey, you need to stop doing this to some of the more dangerous mutants, because holding it back can lead to effects, right? And then Charles just telepathically tells Hank, hey, how's that medication of yours going? Don't forget to take it. Just calling each other out. And also, because he's so controlling, at the end when Charles is telling Jean to stop holding back, it adds a little more weight to it, right? Like, oh, I was wrong. I should have told you not to hold back. Because maybe he wants to hold him back because he's seen what Eric can do, for example, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then for my final fix, one more thing I forgot to mention. When Nightcrawler knocks out Archangel, he should have teleported him with them to the plane if the whole place is going to destruct. At this point, he'd be such a kind person that he would teleport everyone out, keep everyone safe. And then when Jean starts to lose control of the Phoenix, Magneto just sneak attacks, throws the helmet on her, which I think does the same telepathic thing as... I know it's from...
I think First Class set the rule up.
Yeah, well, that was the original one too, but it's technically more of Juggernaut's helmet that stops powers like that. It's just a blocker, but I thought, it stopped that part of her from, and if not, it just knocks her out because it's a really hard helmet.
Well, you could also
I did take that from Deadpool 3. That's actually a plot point.
You could also take it as like this is supposed to like block out psychic like telepathic communication, right? What if it's like the demon core where the lid if it gets too close it causes a reaction. That's what knocks her out.
Oh, maybe, yeah, that's a good idea. That's cool. I'll take that one. So
Her
yeah,
thinking juice
you're
is just...
so smart.
Huh?
You're so smart, Ruthie.
no, she is.
I like nuclear stuff, and the demon core is really cool.
Yeah, no, she learned a lot.
And you just ruined it right there by saying nuclear. Oh,
I'm gonna go nuclear on your ass.
It's nuclear.
You're not gonna see nuclear when I hit you hard enough for messing with my wife.
I'll send you the video on the demon core. It's rad as shit.
It is rad.
You know how I get you to stop saying nuclear?
Bullying.
W said it like that.
W?
W. Bush.
George W. Bush said
What's
nuclear.
What's a Brazilian?
Oh my god.
All right. I'm done.
That was really cool.
I liked it. Thank you. I couldn't think of a big crazy rewrite. I like doing those, but I couldn't think of anything.
Yeah.
Because I'd have to do the Sinister and then Apocalypse, but then that's like 2 movies worth. When it's not really, each movie's its own thing, stupidly enough. It's a bad formula.
Yeah, this movie was really fucking bad.
It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be going in, but it was, doo-doo.
It was ass. Yeah, Stray Cats in Cairo. Is that not a thing?
I know it's a thing in Turkey and Greece.
Oh, it's in Turkey. That's right. It's Turkey.
Stray Cats.
Oh.
It's also a thing in San Juan.
Oh, yes. But there's straight everything in Puerto Rico.
No, but like they have the cat.
There's an entire documentary about stray cats in a certain country. It's very cute. Was it? No, it was in Turkey.
It's one Middle Eastern country that has like it's popular
Istanbul.
for its stray cats.
Which is in
Istanbul. Yes, it's Istanbul.
Which is in Turkey.
Which is in Turkey, yeah.
Kedi is the name.
And where does Kedi take place?
Istanbul.
Where's Istanbul?
Constantinople. I know the song. Istanbul.
And what country is Istanbul in?
Don't say Turkey.
Turkey. It's Turkey.
Turkey. Yep.
Turkey.
It's Turkish for cat. We should watch that one. Not for the podcast, because it's a fucking documentary.
I think they should show more cats.
We should release like 3 episodes on April Fools.
Solo.
No, Ed,
we should release 3 episodes on April Fools. One of them is Kedi. And it's just like, here's what we'd fix. More cats.
No, but Ed, I don't know if you've been to, I assume you've been to San Juan, but El Moro, the fort, they made it a cat shelter, so there's stray cats running around.
Wait, what?
Yes.
It's a cat shelter now?
Yes.
Not just cat shelter. It's like a cat sanctuary area.
Yeah. So they just have the feral cats. They're just vibing with the iguanas and the seagulls.
They feed them and they give them shots and stuff so they don't get people sick.
Do they kill the iguanas?
No, they're just vibing.
No, they should kill all the iguanas. They're invasive.
No, it was just kind of funny because I've got a couple. I thought I have a picture in my camera reel where it's like a cat and an iguana are in the same shot. The both of them are just kind of just looking at each other like, if you start something, I will finish it.
Yeah.
But for now, we vibe.
Speaking of invasive species, there was what was the thing? Like, colonizers were really fucking stupid. Because when they would go to the Americas, there was like, oh, there's all these snakes here. Let's release some of these. What are the things that are popular for eating snakes?
Mongoose.
Yeah. Give me 1 second.
I'll pause.
Yeah.
So colonizers really fucking stupid, and when they would come to the Americas and colonize the things, like, oh, there's all these snakes all around, even though most of them weren't poisonous, then they'd release these mongoose to kill the snakes. But wait, the mongoose didn't have any natural predators, so then they would release I don't know, predators that ate mongoose, but then those would go crazy also.
Yeah.
And then they just left it at that. Yeah, and then iguanas are invasive and literally everywhere you've seen iguanas, they're invasive basically.
Yeah, I'm sure.
My high school science teacher used to tell us stories. He grew up in Arizona, and when he was a kid, they used to the government would run around and try and hunt down all the horses because horses are not native to the U.S. and they were trying to get rid of the invasive horses. So you'd just be like camping in the Arizona landscape, and it would be beautiful, and you'd see these majestic horses, and then bang, 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 bang. And they stopped the practice because it was quite horrific and people were upset.
Yeah. Fun fact, the only domesticated animals that were in the Americas were llamas.
Even funner fact, before Christopher Columbus came to the Americas, syphilis was only found in llamas.
People have had, supposedly that might not be true.
I will share that fact nonetheless because when Christopher Columbus returned to Europe, syphilis began to spread amongst humans.
I'm going to subscribe and believe that
Christopher
Columbus
Columbus
No,
fucked
I
a
do
llama.
too.
Yeah.
I do too.
Yeah.
But like, it might not have been true, or it might have been exaggerated. Anyway, what do you guys rate this movie?
D minus.
Yeah, it's like a D.
It's
D
not an
plus.
F because good acting.
Yeah.
D plus. They did my boy
Fuck you,
Nightcrawler
Hector.
right. Huh?
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
That's what I thought, Ed.
Yeah, pretty bad movie. Join us next time for Dark
Wait,
Feelings.
what have
Bye.
you been watching? Or any media?
Can I?
Yeah, sure, go first.
Go
Here's what I'm gonna
first.
recommend. Half-Life Histories by Kyle Hill on YouTube. If you want to
Oh.
sound like me and a nerd about nuclear stuff,
Thank
eat
you.
shit. Kyle Hill has a really good series about nuclear accidents throughout history. Not only Chernobyl. This one has nothing. Well, yeah, it doesn't have anything to do. This is pre-Chernobyl. If you want to hear about how a screwdriver screwed up somebody's life, if you want to hear about
Oh, that was a wild story.
yeah, human organs being transported in mayo jars to do secret autopsies, if you want to hear about what happened in Chernobyl,
Or if you want to hear about some guy getting a particle.
Oh yeah, the
go
particle through his
head.
brain and he survived. Yeah, Half-Life Histories, super fun, and Kyle makes science fun and smart.
And he has an actual PhD.
He actually has a PhD.
Physics.
I didn't realize. He said he didn't have like a full engineering sciencey background.
Seems like he got it.
Seems like he got it. Good for him.
Yeah, I might be wrong. I'm
he
pretty
also
sure
went
he's
to
like
Fukushima. Like last year.
Damn.
I'm pretty sure he said that he does have an actual
he's
an
very
actual
well
scientist.
Could. Yeah.
No, that's right. Yes, no, he doesn't. I watched I watched a YouTuber, the professor. He plays Magic the Gathering. He played with Kyle one time, and Kyle does talk about how he doesn't actually have a science.
He just likes talking about science.
Yeah, like me.
It's cool.
Yeah. Media I've been consuming. Hollow Knight. It's a pretty good game.
Good shit.
He finally got into it. He got the bug, pun intended.
I'm almost done with it, but I do want to defeat Nightmare King Grim because
he already did one thing in the game I've never been able to do.
The flower quest.
Yes. Have you gone to Third Coliseum yet?
It took me like 5 attempts, bro.
I hate
And the thing that I did was I just set a gate at the flower so that I never rested at a bench, so nothing ever respawned. And I would just go through this path, kill the things, I would get hit, and then go back, and then go through the path again, and not everything would respawn.
Yeah. I didn't think of that! Fuck!
Yeah.
Okay.
So every time I would get hit by something, I would kill it. I'd go a little bit more forward, kill a couple more things, heal, go back to the gate, and go again.
Fuck. Okay. I'm gonna try that if I ever pick up the game that far again.
Yeah, and
anything else?
There's this new RTS that came out called Sins of a Solar Empire 2. It's fucking amazing. It is an RTS with some quality of life like things. Like you can chain queue up researches. Like you can like in most RTSs you can't like the cat wants out. Holly, don't you want out? Holly, look.
Javi's the cat. He lives with everyone.
I'm taking that
out. Yeah, it does some really good quality of life changes because in most RTSs you can't queue stuff up. You have to wait for the research to finish to then do the next one. And this one, it just lets you queue everything up if you have the resources for it. That is. But yeah, pretty cool game. I'm trying to watch The Boys with a friend, also the new season, but has not come to fruition yet. Also going to Rose City Comic Con this Sunday.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I've been playing Persona 5 Royal, and good lord, has a game has not grabbed me like this since Cyberpunk, and that's not good because I started my new term. I've been controlling it now, but good lord, does that game just never want to let you go? It's fun. It's fun. It's fun.
TLDR, Hector's a weeb.
Weeb.
Yamete! Or Urusai, I think was that one. Urusai.
Yamete.
But,
guy.
But, yeah, it's a fun game. I don't want to spoil anything else. I am like 60 hours into it. And I missed out on some endgame content I realized last night. So that's fun. Because the game doesn't tell you. And then... do you guys have any other ones? Ruthie, do you have another one?
I don't know. I've been knee deep in my Bridgerton bullshit for a while. That's some good shit. Inject it in my veins.
Bob's Burgers is like really funny. Like really funny. If not that one, then Smiling Friends. Pick one poison. Ed should watch Smiling Friends, everyone just dogpile Ed on the Discord to watch Smiling Friends. We have a Discord, by the way, and a bunch of other socials, which are going to be linked in the description.
Say mean things to me.
Well, they are, from the perspective of the audience, they were in the description before they played the episode, technically.
No, I mean, yeah, but you just click the episode. Most people don't read all the description. I'd never read all the description. But if you want to look in the description, we have a Discord. We can talk about movies and other stuff.
Yeah.
Like the newly released Minecraft trailer today.
As if my day couldn't have gotten any worse. Like, literally, I had a terrible day at work.
Like, I'm so busy, but, like, once in a while, just seeing the humans and, like, that in that world just be like, bong, or, like, Jack Black as Steve. Ugh. Anyway. Next time, join us for...
Phoenix.
X-Men Dark Phoenix.
Woo!
It's gonna be horrible.
It's gonna be worse.
It's gonna be
this is the movie that fucking killed the franchise.
Yep.
All right. Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.
Today's film was X-Men Apocalypse, directed by Bryan Singer. The writers were Simon Kinberg, Bryan Singer, Michael Dougherty, and Dan Harris. The cinematographer was Newton Thomas Siegel. And, of course, the film was based off comics originally written by Jack Kirby and Stan Lee. Go show some love to their various social media accounts. They made a movie, which is more than we can say here. We hope you enjoyed today's episode, lovely audience. Join us next time for the sequel to the reboot trilogy, X-Men Dark Phoenix. Nailed it. Goodbye.